Welcome to another video of Ms. Wheelchair America, presented by the Mary Free Bed Guild. This is another chance for us to get to know one of our wonderful contestants competing in the national competition, Ms. Wheelchair America. Competitors across the nation are heading to Michigan to compete for the national title of Ms. Wheelchair America. Unlike other traditional beauty pageants, Ms. Wheelchair America doesn't focus on the physical attributes, but looks at the participant achievements, disability advocacy, and presentation skills. This is the 52nd year of this annual event, and 18 women are competing for the crown and the opportunity to serve as Ms. Wheelchair America in 2024. And today we're going to meet Kimberly. She is the contestant from Arizona. So, Kimberly, if you can introduce yourself and where in Arizona you are from.
Hi, my name is Kimberley Warmack, and I am in Phoenix, Arizona. I actually live in Maricopa, Arizona, and I'm originally from Chicago, but I've lived here in Arizona for about 34 years.
And you are a woman of many talents. You teach and also are a fashion designer. Can you tell me a little bit about both?
Well, I've been teaching for 18 years. I simply love it. I'm in my classroom right now, but I also love fashion. When I graduated from ASU, I graduated with a degree in fashion design. I had no idea it was going to end up being adaptable, but people started asking me to alter things for them, and I just started. So for the last 30 years, I've been altering clothing for disabled men and women here in Arizona.
And so, how did you feel when you first started competing for Ms. Wheelchair America and you actually won your state title? What was that like when you got that crown?
I was not expecting it. My friend had said, "Hey, I saw this advertisement about wheelchair pageant. You should do it." I'm like, "Really, a pageant?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll take a look at it." And I just signed up and I went that evening. And the girls that I was with, it was such an amazing time. I had no idea that I was going to walk away with this title of Miss Wheelchair Arizona. But I must say, I have really enjoyed and I feel honored to have been given this opportunity.
And so, just a little bit more about your background. Can you share why you use a wheelchair?
So at the age of 12, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which affected my hips pretty bad. So what they did a surgery and then they did a casting. They put me in a body cast for about 8 months. Literally, I couldn't move. And when I came out, they found that I had scoliosis and the hips were still giving me problems. So at the age of 18, they started doing hip replacement surgeries. And since then, I've had 25 hip replacement surgeries. And at about 10 years, about 7 years ago, the doctor said there's possibly no other way that you can sustain another hip replacement surgery. I couldn't walk again. So this became my way of getting around.
And so, how long ago was that again? You said when you became a
It's
wheelchair
been
user
about 10
primarily?
years. It's
10
been about
years.
10
Okay.
years now.
So now, how in that journey of using the wheelchair and having them to rely on it as your primary source of mobility, how has that impacted the platform that you're focusing on for Ms.
The
Wheelchair America?
platform has to do with fashion, and that is because I actually have to adapt many of the clothing that I wear because of the way I sit and what I do, and I'm in the fashion world as well. And because of the way I've done it, I've ran across friends and individuals outside of the fashion world say, "Hey, I love the way you dress." I said, "Well, yes, I'm a fashion designer and I do accessorize clothing." And it just started. And someone said, "Well, great, I'll come by, I'll take a look at what you have." And I would go into homes and meet with clients, and they'll say, "Well, these are the items I have." And they'll stretch open their closet, and the closet is full of brand new clothing that they purchased, but they never did anything with because it just didn't fit right. So I just started altering the things, changing buttons, opening up seams, and just doing it that way to the point I got to the point I was just making them. And when I realized this, I'm like, okay, I learned more about the production of clothing, and I found that clothing can actually be adapted during the manufacturing processes by most stores. So I'm looking at big box stores such as Target and Walmart and even dealers who have their very own brands, and in manufacturing, they can actually adapt the clothing. But what they need there is someone who can say, this is possible, and being someone who can actually go and speak with them and let them know that's what is possible.
I mean, this is just something that just comes right through to you. You seem so passionate about this. you're recording in the classroom right behind. We can see some of it behind you. Like, is there any crossover between your work as a teacher and a fashion designer? Do you bring the fashion in or get your kids involved in it?
As a matter of fact, I do an after school program called iClick Care, and I'm actually teaching a 4-5 fashion, and then middle school on Wednesday, elementary on Thursday, and we're going to merge the two. And at the end of this quarter, they'll have their first fashion show, and we'll continue throughout that. Right now, there are 15 girls in the class, and I'm only supposed to have 12, and I'm sure there are going to be more. So I'm truly, truly excited, and they are too. They are saying, "Oh, I want to make this. I want to learn how to make pants. You dress so fine, so great, Miss Warmack. How can I make what you're wearing or some of the things you made?" So it is truly amazing, and they do know about the adaptable clothing. They think it's the coolest thing they've ever seen because I've showed them how you can take a T-shirt and make it easier for someone to pull it on versus
Mhm.
having to struggle. And that's what happens to most disabled individuals. We end up struggling trying to get our clothing on because we need something that's a little wider or that has different closures. And that's what I found that I do. And indeed, it is an amazing opportunity when I work with someone and they put the clothing on and it just changes. The smiles come out. They feel more empowered to do the things that they want to do and not afraid to be out in the world. So I am truly, truly excited that I'm able to do this.
So I know we want to keep it short so you can get back to your kids.
Yes.
How are you feeling leading up to the national competition? What are you most excited about coming to Michigan
I
for the
I'm
title?
so excited. Number one, to travel to Michigan. I heard there's just a body of lakes. I'm excited about that and meeting the other women that I've seen on Zooms. But I'm excited to be able to share more of what I plan on doing with my adaptability. That is the name of my brand, and that I can actually go and speak with organizations, with manufacturers, and explain to them how this can be done. And because I know production now, it is truly, truly a possibility. And so I'm looking forward to the week. Of course, being a designer, I have some amazing outfits planned for the week. So I hope the cameras are rolling because it's going to be a lot of fun.
We will have those cameras rolling. So, and last question here, just being a little competitive, why do you think that you will win the title?
Well, the reason why I think that I would win, number one, because I'm fashionable, but because I'm very passionate about the adaptability. And this is something that women and men, we've been wanting this for many, many years. The one thing you can't find is fashionable clothing. And I think I could be the one to collaborate with stores, with other designers. And I've been collaborating here in Arizona because I work at Phoenix Fashion Week. So I've been collaborating with designers already, but to bring more, and I'm going to start with America first. I want to do what's within the United States that can be done. And by doing it this way, my gosh, imagine how it just flows. It goes right from here, from little Arizona, and just vacates completely across the world. So I am truly excited. And I really think that not only is adaptability important, but some of the other advocacies that they're sharing. And I believe not just one thing should be taken into consideration for men and women who are disabled. There are many, many advocacies that are out there, and I would love to not only share mine, but share with some of my other contestants that I'll be with things that they feel that can be changed. So, as America, I will roll across America, not just for my brand and what I want to advocate for, but what some of the other women want to advocate for too, because it all is very, very important to us who are disabled, both men, women, and children.
Well, thank you, Kimberly, so much for chatting with us. We'll let you get back to your kids. Really appreciate you and good luck in the competition. This was another video from Ms. Wheelchair America as we get to know some of the contestants competing in next week's national competition. It is August 28th to September 3rd in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's all presented by the Mary Free Bed Guild. This is the second year the Mary Free Bed Guild has been a presenting sponsor of the event. You, the public, can watch and get to know all the contestants in our final 2 nights. Friday night speech night, where the contestants are going to deliver their speeches to the public, sharing their personal journeys and their platforms. On Saturday, you'll be able to meet the top 5 participants and then see the crowning winner. Both those events are around 7:30 Friday and Saturday night next week, September 1st and 2nd. You can see both those events live streamed on the Mary Free Bed Facebook page. So stay tuned. We'll have some more videos coming up. Thank you so much for watching.